Yeah, I mean, every day you probably get at least 10 people that call up or come
Mhm.
in, are we hiring, ask for applications.
Mhm.
Um, and I could definitely give the younger people out there, or just anybody in general, some advice on that. As far as for me, on the
Mhm.
professional note, the professional level, what I look for
Mhm.
if I'm in need of help, or what I'm just looking for out of somebody when they're inquiring if I'm hiring,
Mhm.
if I need anybody. I mean, first off, it's physical appearance.
Mhm.
You know, there's an old saying: you never get a chance to make. What is it? You never get a chance.
You never get a second
You
chance to
never
make a
get a
first
second chance to
impression.
make a first
Exactly.
impression. So,
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, you know, the first thing that I'm going to notice about somebody is their physical presence.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it's not about weight, it's not about gender, it's not about color, it's not
Mhm.
about race. It's just, how do you physically present yourself?
Mhm. Mhm.
Obviously. So, you don't want to come in here in pajamas and slippers, and you know, and a fitted hat turned on backwards and ask
Mhm.
me if I'm hiring.
Right.
Because even if I am, I'm going to automatically say no.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because you're showing me this is who I am.
Right.
Okay?
Mhm.
Home at the crib, just waking up, relaxing for the day, that's cool.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
you got to understand, you coming at me on a professional level.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking for.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, Another thing that I also look for is how the person communicates to me verbally
Mhm.
when they're inquiring if we're hiring.
Hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
example, what you don't want to do is you don't want to walk in and say, "Excuse me, Mister, y'all hiring?"
Yeah, that
Okay,
happens.
you got to learn and understand how to talk to people in a
Mhm.
respectful, correct manner.
Mhm.
Okay, so physical appearance,
Mhm.
the way you verbally speak, and the way you communicate.
Mhm.
Another thing that I really, really look for, the main thing that I look for, is for somebody who's persistent.
Mm.
Because everybody wants a job, but obviously I can't always fill that.
Right.
So if I tell somebody, you know what, first off, I always am looking for good people.
Mhm.
So everybody out there, just know that I'm always looking for good people.
Mhm.
It may be a time when I just can't afford anybody, when
Right.
I just don't need anybody.
Mhm.
But I'm always going to tell you, you go online, get yourself an application.
Mhm.
Here's my business card. My name's Scott. I need you to keep in touch with me.
Right.
And the more that you're persistent with me, it's not a bother. But
Mhm.
I'm looking for that hunger.
Right.
I'm looking for that person that's saying, listen, Scott, I'm
Mhm.
going to bother you. I'm going to call you every week, every other day, so you don't forget me, because that's how bad I want to work for.
Mm.
I want to work here.
Right.
And
Right.
and leading into that, that's also what I look for. I'm looking for somebody who wants to work at Villa,
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
just because you need a job, not just because you want a discount,
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
just, I want somebody who wants to work here for good reasons, such as, maybe they like the community involvement that we have, maybe they want to grow within the company,
Mhm.
things that they like about the store, and they want to be part of my team.
Right. Right. Interesting. I like that. I mean, you definitely that's definitely interesting because right there, that's something I think all young people need to know, and that's real good advice, especially for those like I said, it's getting ready to be summer, and I know
Right,
you all probably get bombarded
right.
because I noticed that you have like a type of vibe here in the store. I
Hmm.
mean. Is it something that you intentionally do? I mean, you have the music on the
Hmm.
weekends, you have the
Hmm.
DJ,
Hmm.
the store. It's almost like you don't really want it to be a retail store. It's kind of
Right.
like a more of a not I don't want to say
Yeah,
hangout place,
yeah,
but is that
yeah.
intentional that you do?
Yeah, absolutely. And before I answer that question, one more thing I wanted to
Mhm.
add, on an application or a resume,
Mhm.
that's also very important, because even though you're using a pen and you're writing things on paper and it's words and sentences,
Mhm.
understand that when you hand that in to me,
Right.
that's a reflection of you as an individual. That's
Right.
telling me this is what I'm about.
Mhm.
If you hand me the application and it's written in red marker, black, pen, red
Mhm.
pen, crossed out,
Right.
scribbled, not
Right.
filled out,
Mhm.
crumbled up, folded, that's
Mhm.
telling me you're sloppy. Now,
Exactly.
I don't want somebody like that.
Mhm.
So understand, it's very, very important to physically present your application or your resume neat, clean, crispy, filled out correctly.
All right. Now that's good advice.